You're welcome, and thank you for the warm welcome to your channel, Full Information. If you ever need help creating content, researching rare coins, or making your videos more engaging, I've got your back. Want help with a script or thumbnail idea next? You're welcome, and thank you for the warm welcome to your channel, Full Information. If you ever need help creating content, researching rare coins, or making your videos more engaging, I've got your back. Want help with a script or thumbnail idea next? The 1998p Jefferson nickel is a standard issue 5-cent coin minted at the Philadelphia Mint, part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series first issued in 1938. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse shows Monticello, his Virginia home. With over 630 million coins minted in Philadelphia in 1998, this nickel is not rare in circulated condition. Most are worth face value unless they possess unique attributes such as high mint state grades, full steps, or mint errors. One of the most significant value indicators for Jefferson nickels is the full steps FS designation. A 1998p nickel with clearly defined Monticello steps, especially in MS66FS or MS67FS, can command a respectable premium. An MS67FS coin, graded by PCGS or NGC, is rare and desirable, selling for up to $400, $600 at auction depending on population reports. Even so, this value pales in comparison to million-dollar coins. The rarity is conditional. Most 1998p nickels were not struck with perfect clarity, so full steps examples are scarce. The real excitement in coin collecting often comes from mint errors, and the 1998p Jefferson nickel is no exception. Errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planche, e.g., a penny or foreign coin blank, can raise a nickel's value dramatically. Some verified error coins from this year have sold for $250 to $1,000 depending on the severity and visual appeal of the error. Coins with extreme errors, like a double denomination, e.g., a Jefferson nickel struck over a Roosevelt dime, can occasionally reach values over $2,000, $3,000. An especially prized find would be a 1998p Jefferson nickel struck on a transitional or experimental planche, though no such examples have been confirmed publicly. If such a coin were authenticated, it could be worth thousands, potentially breaking auction records within the Jefferson nickel series. Still, it's unlikely to cross the million-dollar mark unless tied to a major historical or minting anomaly, which has not occurred with 1998p nickels so far. High-grade specimens also offer value for registry collectors. A top-pop 1998p nickel, graded MS68FS, would be a key piece in competitive PCGS or NGC registry sets. If only a few exist, or if it is a population 1 coin, it could spark a bidding war. Even so, the highest sale prices for modern Jefferson nickels rarely surpass $3,000 to $5,000, even in the finest known grades. No examples from 1998 have hit this mark yet, based on auction data from Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Another source of intrigue for collectors is the possibility of die varieties, such as doubled dies, DDO or DDR. As of now, there are no major double die varieties recorded for the 1998p nickel that are recognized by leading sources like Wexler's or Kaneka. If one were discovered, and if it were bold and dramatic, it could attract strong demand. A new discovery would likely be worth hundreds or even a few $1,000s in top grades, but still far from a million-dollar valuation. Some online sellers and videos may claim certain 1998p nickels are worth millions, but such claims are unverified and misleading. There is no known 1998p Jefferson nickel that has sold for anything near $1 million through reputable channels. The most expensive nickels in U.S. history, such as the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, earned their value through extreme rarity, historical intrigue, and unique provenance. The 1998p is too modern and too common to match such status. In summary, while the 1998p Jefferson nickel can hold value, especially in full steps high grades or with dramatic mint errors, it is not a coin that will make you a billionaire overnight. Most are common, and even the finest examples trade in the low 4-figure range. For collectors, it's still a fun date to hunt in bankrolls, especially if you're looking to complete a full step set. But in today's market, The dream of a $1 million 1998p nickel remains purely fictional. The 1999p Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is a part of the long-standing Jefferson nickel series, which has featured President Thomas Jefferson since 1938. The obverse depicts a left-facing Jefferson, while the reverse shows Monticello. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 865 million of these coins, making them very common in circulation. In standard condition, even well-preserved examples are typically worth only face value, unless they have exceptional features such as rare errors or extremely high mint state grades. What sets certain 1999p nickels apart is the presence of full steps, FS, on Monticello's image. This designation refers to the clarity of the steps at the base of the building on the reverse. In most coins, these steps are weakly struck or worn, but in rare cases, they are fully visible. Jefferson nickels, with full steps in MS66 or higher condition, are significantly rarer. A 1999p MS66 FS can sell for $300–600, and an even higher MS67 FS might reach $1,000 or more, depending on demand and population in the PCGS/NGC registry sets. Another major source of collector value in Jefferson nickels, including the 1999p issue, lies in mint errors. These include off-center strikes, double strikes, broad-struck coins, and coins struck on the wrong planche, such as a foreign coin blank or even a US penny blank. A dramatic 1999p error like this, especially when graded and authenticated, can easily be worth $500 to $2,000, depending on its visual impact. Double denomination errors, such as a nickel struck over a dime, are even rarer and can command $3,000–$5,000 or more. Despite widespread myths online, there is no 1999p Jefferson nickel known to be worth millions of dollars. Some online listings and videos make sensational claims, but they are not backed by any verified sales through legitimate auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. The most expensive modern Jefferson nickels have sold for thousands, not millions, and only with top-tier grades, certified mint errors, or extremely low populations. Collectors also search for die varieties, such as doubled die obverses, DDO, or repunched mint marks, RPM, which sometimes occur during the minting process. As of now, there are no major recognized doubled die varieties for the 1999p Jefferson nickel listed by major error databases. However, if a new and bold DDO or DDR were discovered and authenticated, it could spark collector interest and fetch several hundred to a few $1,000s, especially in high grade. The highest possible grade for any modern Jefferson nickel is MS68 FS or higher. These are rare due to the difficulty of achieving a flawless strike and surface quality. If a 1999p Jefferson nickel were graded MS68 FS, or Top Pop, highest known, by PCGS or NGC, and became the only one of its kind, it could command a premium in registry set competition. Such a coin might reach $3,000 to $5,000, but again, this is far from life-changing wealth. While it's fun to imagine striking it rich with a nickel from your pocket change, the odds are incredibly slim. Even the rarest 1999p nickels do not approach million-dollar valuations, and none are documented to have made anyone a billionaire or even a millionaire. Coins that have sold for millions, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, are historic rarities with only a handful in existence. The 1999p is simply too modern and too plentiful to be in that league. In conclusion, while the 1999p Jefferson nickel does have collectible potential through full steps examples and rare mint errors, it is not a coin that will make you rich overnight. Its real-world market value, based on condition, rarity, and error severity, ranges from a few dollars to a few thousand at best. If you're hoping to profit from this coin, your best bet is to focus on high-grade examples and confirmed errors, and always get them professionally graded before selling or auctioning. The 1991p Jefferson nickel is part of the long-running Jefferson series, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and featuring the classic left-facing profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. With over 570 million minted in Philadelphia alone, This coin is common in circulation. In average circulated condition, it holds only face value, 5 cents. However, like many modern US coins, certain rare features and minting errors can cause individual coins to become surprisingly valuable to collectors. One of the main factors that can add significant value is the full steps FS designation. This term applies when all 6 steps on the front of Monticello are visible, without interruption, under magnification. On the 1991 P nickel, full steps are very hard to find, making FS-designated coins in high grades like MS66FS or MS67FS particularly desirable. These coins can command auction prices of $200 to $800, and if one were to surface in MS68FS, it might sell for over $1,500, especially if it's a population rarity in PCGS or NGC registries, where true value can multiply is in the realm of major mint errors. The 1991 P Jefferson nickel has appeared in auctions with dramatic flaws like off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, and wrong plancher strikes. For example, a 1991 P nickel struck on a copper penny plancher, or a foreign blank could fetch $1,000 to $3,000, depending on eye appeal and rarity. A double denomination error, where a nickel is struck over another denomination's design, could be worth even more. Potentially $4,000, $5,000 if certified and unique. Although no million-dollar examples exist for the 1991 P nickel, extremely rare combinations of errors and high grade could make a coin a standout. Hypothetically, if a 1991 P nickel were found with a dramatic double denomination in pristine MS67 or higher and certified by PCGS or NGC as unique, it might reach a 5-figure price tag. Still, such finds are extremely rare and haven't appeared in major auction records to date. A valuable discovery would be a significant double die obverse, DDO, or reverse, DDR, which occurs when a die is engraved twice at slightly different angles. While no widely recognized DDO or DDR is known for the 1991 P, some collectors search for minor anomalies. If a bold, easily visible doubled die were discovered and confirmed by major error attribution services like Konica or Wechsler's, it could generate buzz in the market and potentially command several hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on its visibility and grade. Even without errors, top-grade regular strike 1991 P nickels can be valuable due to rarity in mint state. The highest grade reported for this coin is typically MS67FS, and very few exist. A top-pop MS67FS example, especially if it's the only one in existence, population 1, can bring $1,000 or more at auction. These coins are rare not because of their age, but because of the difficulty in preserving modern nickels without scratches, contact marks, or strike weakness. Despite some online claims and misleading videos, there are no 1991 P Jefferson nickels worth millions. No coin from this date has ever sold for even 6 figures, let alone millions. Genuine million-dollar nickels are limited to legendary rarities like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, of which only 5 are known to exist, each with rich provenance. The 1991 P, although collectible in the right condition or with dramatic errors, does not fall into that tier of elite numismatics. In conclusion, the 1991 P Jefferson nickel offers opportunities for collectors in the form of full steps high grades, major mint errors, or potentially undiscovered die varieties. However, it's essential to remain realistic. Its most valuable examples top out in the low 5-figure range at best. Anyone claiming that a common 1991 P nickel is worth millions is spreading misinformation. Still, if you find one with a serious, mint error or perfect strike, it might not make you a billionaire, but it could still fetch a tidy profit. The 1996 P Jefferson nickel is a regular issue 5-cent coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint as part of the classic Jefferson series. Featuring Thomas Jefferson's left-facing portrait on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse. This coin was produced in massive numbers. Over 826 million were minted in Philadelphia that year. As such, the coin is extremely common in circulation, and in average condition, it holds no more than face value. However, certain versions of the 1996 P can be quite valuable under specific circumstances, particularly those with mint errors or top-grade designations. One of the most sought-after traits in Jefferson nickels is the full steps, FS designation. awarded to coins that show uninterrupted steps on Monticello's portico. In 1996, many nickels were poorly struck, so full steps examples are significantly rarer, especially in high grades like MS66FS or MS67FS. A 1996 P in MS66FS might sell for $200–400, while an MS67FS, if it exists in very low population, could be worth $1,000 or more. The combination of strong strike, luster, and preservation required for this grade makes such pieces elite among modern Jefferson nickels. Another avenue that pushes value upward is the presence of mint errors. Coins that were misstruck during the minting process, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, or wrong planché strikes, can fetch much higher prices. A 1996 P nickel struck on a cent, penny planché, or a foreign coin blank could easily command $500 to $2,500 at auction. The rarer and more dramatic the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. If such an error occurs on a full steps coin in mint state, the value could be even higher. Particularly intriguing are double denomination errors, where a Jefferson nickel is struck over another coin, such as a previously struck Roosevelt dime. These spectacular errors are rare and highly prized by collectors. A verified 1996 P double denomination error could sell for $3,000 to $5,000 or more, depending on its visibility, centering, and grade. These types of coins are often submitted to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC for authentication, and can drive bidding wars among error coin specialists. In contrast to these rare varieties, the standard 1996 P nickel, even in mint state, is generally worth little without full steps or error attributes. Common uncirculated coins, MS60, MS65, sell for just a few dollars. This is because they were mass-produced and widely hoarded, especially as part of U.S. mint sets or by roll hunters. While modern nickels don't often achieve spectacular prices, they are still widely collected, especially as part of full steps registry sets where condition rarity comes into play. No major double die varieties are officially recognized for the 1996 P nickel. A discovery of a dramatic double die obverse, DDO, or reverse DDR, could dramatically increase the coin's value, especially if it's bold, visible to the naked eye, and appears in high-grade condition. Such a coin, if authenticated and unique, might bring several $1,000s at auction. As of now, however, no such examples from 1996 have made headlines or been listed by major error attribution guides like Wexler's or Kaneka. Importantly, while some websites or social media content may claim that certain 1996 P nickels are worth millions of dollars, there is no evidence to support this. No coin of this type has ever sold for anywhere near $1 million at any major auction house, like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. The most valuable Jefferson nickels to date are ultra-rare types like the 1942 D over horizontal D, or vintage issues with full steps and high grades, not late 20th century common date nickels. In summary, the 1996 P Jefferson nickel can be worth significantly more than face value, but only under special circumstances. Coins with full steps in top condition, major mint errors, or undiscovered die varieties can fetch anywhere from $100 to $5,000, and possibly more if a unique specimen appears. Still, there are no known examples worth millions, and it's highly unlikely such a coin exists in this date. While it won't make you a billionaire overnight, it can still offer a rewarding find for sharp-eyed collectors and error hunters.